Welcome to the Gold Mine as Long Beach State men's volleyball takes on Calgary in the North American Challenge. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside Sergio Morales, and you are listening to 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. The Beach entered day 2 of the tournament looking to stay undefeated. On Friday, they took down Alberta in 4 sets before sweeping this Calgary team in the nightcap. Against the Dinos, the Beach rolled to easy wins in the first 2 sets, but Calgary kept the third set close before the Beach prevailed 25-23. Senior attacker Skylar Varga was the player of the match, tallying 13 kills and 5 aces. There will be another full slate of 4 games today, with the 4 teams in the tournament playing twice each. The American squads, LBSU and UC San Diego, won all 4 games on Friday and will look to repeat the result from last year's tournament when the American teams won every match. Sergio, the Dinos got stomped in the first 2 sets, but fought through 18 ties and 10 lead changes in set 3. How can they keep that rolling into their second match against the Beach?
Well, Bruce, Friday is now 2 days ago. Today is a new day. That means new games. And after all these teams had a recovery day yesterday, this Calgary team especially comes into today with a fresh mindset. Although Long Beach definitely has a strong advantage and the records favor them today, they can't get into their heads. As we saw in set 3 Friday night, the Dinos are a team capable of keeping up with the Beach with their 18 ties and 10 lead changes. And I saw them earlier this morning before the game. They looked as motivated as can be. The Dinos are also sending out a batch of new players today, so this game will serve as a fresh reset for a team looking to crash the party.
Take you through the starting lineups real quick. Long Beach in their all-black uniforms. The libero Dane Hillis in all-white. Miles Jordan starts at outside, the true freshman. Ben Braun in the middle. Connor Bloom also at outside hitter. Kellen Larson and Dane Hillis are the 2 liberos, both starting for the Beach. Island Doty starts at setter. Braden Marquardt in the middle, and then Daniil Hershinovich starts at opposite. For Calgary, they've got Zach Durant starting at setter. Damon Lohr the libero. Pierce Dacor starts at outside hitter. Marshall Qualley in the middle. Jackson Vandersteen starts as an attacker. Max Penner is the other middle blocker. And then Cole Chapirik off his 6 kills against the Beach last time out, also in the starting lineup. Calgary wearing all bright red with the Dino print on the back. Their libero in a yellow jersey with black shorts. Long Beach will serve first here in the Gold Mine, an early morning matinee on Sunday. 10 a.m. start. Connor Bloom claps the volleyball as his trademark. And now we are ready to go. Bloom tosses it up, serves across, pass from the back row from Decor, set into the middle, kept up by Dane Hillis. Doty now goes to the left pin for Jordan, and he slams it down onto the back line. The true freshman, Miles Jordan, has a kill to give Long Beach a 1-0 lead. Marshall Qualley is the middle blocker for Calgary. He had the attack on that last point, did not play against Long Beach State last time out. So he's a new face for the Beach to go against. Bloom serves again, kept up by Decor, but an overpass goes across the net, and that was going to go for an ace. Zach Durant crossed the net all the way out of bounds, but couldn't pass it back to his teammates. So Connor Bloom has an ace, and the Beach are up 2-0.
He didn't just cross the net. He literally ran underneath of it. I was concerned for a minute that he was going to bump into it. He tried to save it, but just too little too late.
Almost all the way to the Beach bench. Durant had to range. Connor Bloom serves again. Hits this one over. It's an errant pass. Durant bump set, goes over to the right side, trying to push it across with Vandersteen, but he doesn't get it over the net. So the Beach win again. A double touch is technically the call against Jackson Vandersteen, but would have been a 4th touch either way. 3-0 Long Beach State to open up the first set. Connor Bloom claps the volleyball again, trying to keep this run going to begin the first set. Bloom hits it over. Lohr overpass onto the Beach side. Marquardt first touch. Doty backs it over to Hershinovich on the right side. Kept up off a tip by Lohr. Right side attack tipped across by Chapirik. Jordan Dig. Back row attack from Bloom. Will go for a kill. Lohr couldn't sprawl to his left and get there in time. Connor Bloom ranges from the back row, has the kill, and the Beach are up 4-0.
Mind you, Damon Lohr, this is his second attempt at a save. The first was successful. He even spun around as he did, but the second one, he was just too low to the ground.
Beach with their first kill of the game. Connor Bloom serves again. It's controlled this time by Chapirik. Set into the middle and slamming it right down as Marshall Qualley. He's onto the score sheet with his first kill, and he gives the Dinos their first point. Zach Durant, the 4th-year setter, will go behind the service line now for Calgary. The Dinos 8-7 in their regular season up in Alberta. Durant runs up, hits this one across, controlled by Hillis. Overpass, but Doty keeps it on the Beach side. A one-handed set, gets to Braden Marquardt, and he slams it right down. A great job by Island Doty using one hand right above the tape to keep it on the Beach side, and then Marquardt cleans it up.
A little help from Island Doty, he said, and Braden Marquardt finishes the job with a beautiful, crisp slam to the ground.
Braden Marquardt serving now off his kill. It's a too strong beyond the back line. So it's a service error against the Beach. It's a much different environment here in the gold mine for the players to play on. There's so many lines on the floor. So it'll be interesting to see if that starts to factor in at any point, if anybody gets themselves lost on the court. There's basketball lines. There's just about every PE line that you could imagine on this floor. Chapiric serve kept up by Bloom. Doty sets into the middle for Braun, and Ben Braun brings the hammer down. It's a kill again for the Beach, and they're up 6-2.
Cole Chapiric tried to save it, but he was just too far out and too low to the ground as well to do anything in that attempt at a save.
Daniel Hershnovich will serve now. Junior opposite hitter. Spins the ball in the air, hits it across. It's kept up by Lohr. Set goes from the back row to Chapiric, and Cole Chapiric has his kill. He had 6 against the Beach to lead the way for the Dinos last time out. Now he's got his first in this match. Marshall Qualley will serve next for Calgary. Third-year middle blocker out of Lethbridge, Alberta. 6-3 Beach in set 1. Qualley lobs it up and across the net. Jordan pass up to Doty. Sets to Braun again in the middle, and he hits right through the gap once again. Ben Braun with his second kill early on. It'll send Miles Jordan behind the service line with the Beach up 7-3. Ben Braun, the only Beach attacker with 2 kills early on, matching his 2 that he had against Calgary on Friday. Miles Jordan hits this one over. Lohr controls it. Durant underneath, sets to the left pin for Decor. He rolls it across. Easy dig for Hershnovich. Now Doty goes on the attack. Gets blocked, but it's kept up by Bloom. Jordan sends it over towards Bloom again. Free ball from the Beach. Lohr goes up to Durant. Set back towards the right side for Vandersteen, and he's got the kill. Dane Hillis dove to his left, but couldn't keep it up. It's the first kill of the match for the first-year attacker, Jackson Vandersteen, and now he'll go behind the service line.
We got ourselves a little trickery there, Bruce. It wasn't just Vandersteen. Max Penner also faked the pass. I think that's what helped Long Beach give a point to Calgary.
Yeah, the middle blocker, Penner, is deking from the middle. Jackson Vandersteen serving. Controlled by Hillis. Doty back set, goes to Hershnovich on the right side. He goes cross court, and it's a net violation, I believe, called against Calgary. The attack from Hershnovich was inbounds, going cross-court to the back left corner. So the Beach get the point either way. The whistle did blow early, so I believe it was a net. Ben Braun serves, 8 serving 4 in set 1. Bit of a flub pass. Durant gets underneath it in the back row, sets to Decor on the left side, and he gets roofed right down. Triple block for the Beach is right there. Bloom, Marquardt, and Doty all shoulder to shoulder to deny the attack. 9-4 Long Beach State. That was their first block so far today. Had 11 last time out against Calgary. Pass by Decor. Durant goes into the middle for Penner, and off a tip from the blockers, it falls just in front of Miles Jordan in the back row. It's the first kill of the match from the 4th-year middle blocker, Max Penner.
It almost looked accidental if you really saw it. It looked like Max Penner just barely tipped it over, but we'll find out later on, I guess, if that was accident or a planned play.
Pierce Decor serving. Second-year outside hitter. Gets this one across. Hillis pass up to Doty. He sets to Marquardt, who tries to bring it down, but a one-arm dig from Vandersteen keeps it alive. Attack from the left pin. It goes off of high hands, and Cole Chapiric has the kill. The Beach all gesturing over towards their head coach, Nick McRae, and asking for a challenge. And the Beach will be issuing the challenge. McRae obliges. So Long Beach doesn't think they got a tip. The ruling on the floor is that it was a kill off high hands for Cole Chapiric. Was hit high, way out of bounds into Long Beach State's bench. So now Long Beach pulls out the challenge card. We'll take a brief break during this review and be back for the rest of set 1 on 22 West Radio. The review just wrapping up here, and the point will go to Long Beach State, so there was a successful challenge. No tip from the beach blockers. Only 2 camera angles on the review video monitor for these games today. No ESPN Plus broadcast, so they've got 1 camera on the net and then 1 in the back of the gym behind the Calgary side of the floor right now. Island Doty serving. It's 10-5 Long Beach State after the successful challenge. Doty hits this one over. Laura pops it up, almost hitting the divider. Decor sends it to the left side. Shapiro tips it across. First touch Doty. Jordan underneath, sends towards Hrstanovic. He jumps up and gets roofed. Colt Shapiro read it like a book and sends the ball back into the floor. Big block for the Dinos, makes it 10-6.
And he had a little help there from Max Penner, who happened to be there, right place, right time to help Colt Shapiro get the job done.
Shoulder to shoulder double block. Hrstanovic couldn't split him. Max Penner serving now, the middle blocker for the Dinos. He serves it too strong and over beyond the back line. Dane Hillis jumped out of the way at the last moment to let it go. 11-6 Long Beach State, and they've completed a full rotation. Connor Bloom heads back behind the line. Not a huge crowd this morning in the gold mine. Connor Bloom hits this one over. Chapuric passes up to Durant. That goes back to Chapuric. He tips it across. That's a nice move from Colt Chapuric. Used the back of his hand to just flip it down towards the front right corner. Nobody was home for the beach. Dane Hillis flew in, but his pass went underneath the net. So that was a savvy kill for Colt Chapuric. Deceptive on the attack. There was a triple block right there, but he just hit it dang near right down the line. Tough to do. Zach Durant pass, or serve, excuse me, goes up to Hillis, and then the attack from Connor Bloom goes out of bounds. So after Hillis got it to Doty, he set up Bloom. No blocker was there, but Bloom just missed the back line, hit it too strong.
I'm starting to see a little concerned face. Nev, scrap that. Coach McRae was immediately looking at the referee, I was thinking there was going to be a challenge there, but there is not.
Zach Durant serves again. Hillis up to Doty, bit of an overpass. One-handed set goes to Jordan, scrambling on the Calgary side. Chapuric attacking now, a triple block there, and they send it back down into the floor. Chapuric tried to go for a softer touch again, just tried to hit it over the top of the blockers, but Hrstanovic kept his arms up just long enough to send it back. It's a roof for the beach to make it 12-8. Braden Marquardt serving again. Sophomore middle blocker that transferred in from GCU. Booms this one over and out of bounds. Missed it to the right side that time. The Beach struggled with service errors in that first matchup against Calgary. That right there from Marquardt is their second of this first set, but the first game against Calgary, the Beach had 20 service errors to go with their 10 aces. Colt Chapuric serving, and he hits it into the middle of the net. So the two teams trade service errors, and it's 13-9 Beach.
Bruce, haven't we seen this before? We're starting to see a recurring theme of service errors. This is what really kept that third set on Friday night neck and neck between these same two teams. If history is repeating itself, we're probably in for another one today.
Couple of subs for the Beach. Wojciech Gajek comes off the bench, so he'll be an attacker in the front row for Long Beach State. Ryan Peluso subs into serve and to set. This one's controlled by Chapuric. Durant back set goes over to Vandersteen on the right side. Dug out by Bloom. Peluso underneath. Bump set. Going for Gajek. And he missed the line. So Wojciech Gajek couldn't hit line and find the corner. So it's an attacking error from Long Beach State. And now going back to serve is Marshall Qualley. Third-year middle blocker Qualley behind the service line. Lobs the ball in the air and hits it across. Overpass from Hillis goes straight into a swing from Decor. They're going to blow it dead, though. Went off of Long Beach State high in the air, but they're going to call a violation against Calgary. They're going to say that he touched the net, I believe. But Calgary will be challenging. It was Pierce Decor that was swinging straight off the overpass from the Beach. He says that he did not touch the net. So the Dinos and head coach Graham Vigras are going to issue a challenge.
Well, we're starting to see challenges here and there. I also want to point out that for the Beach, Ryan Peluso was the player in question who happened to be there, and the ball also, I noticed it hit his arm. So this is what Calgary is challenging. Like, wait a minute, it didn't hit the net, it hit this guy's arm. We'll find out how it all goes for these guys.
Peluso was jumping up at the net. Peluso's only 6'2", so obviously tall in a regular society scope of things, but not on this volleyball court, where everybody is 6'5" or taller for the most part. Long Beach State ahead 14-10 here in set one. Dinos issue a challenge. We'll be right back on 22 West Radio. It's a successful challenge for the Dinos, so they get the point there. 13-11 now. Serving out of the break will be, once again, Marshall Qualley. Long Beach ahead by 2 in set one. Qualley serves this one across. Bloom pass up to Peluso. He sets up for Gajek. It's kept up on a dig from Duran as he went to the ground. Chapiric keeps it up for Vandersteen. Free ball, though, as they were out of system. Peluso sets up for Bloom, goes off of that arm of Qualley and then out of bounds. It's a kill for Connor Bloom from the back row for the Beach. (14-11) in set one. Miles Jordan now heads behind the line. Played for Team USA at the U19 World Championships this summer. Jordan hits it into the net. Miles Jordan's a true freshman. He does figure to factor into the equation for the Beach this season. Comes out of Houston. Jordan, the middle blocker, Jackson Christ, and the opposite, Wojciech Gajek, who's in the game right now. All three true freshmen who figure to be impactful players for this Long Beach State team this year. Matthew Brown in service for the Dinos. Flips the ball up and hits it over. Hillis controls. Peluso backs it over towards Gajek. Roll shot kept up by Lohr. Now Brown sets up from the back row. Chapiric dug out by Hillis. Peluso goes back for Gajek again. Another roll shot gets blocked. Peluso keeps it up. Now Bloom swinging on the left side, and he puts it down on the floor. Second touch attack for Connor Bloom off a couple of blocks, and Bloom has the kill. That'll send us into the media timeout. 15-12, Long Beach ahead in set one.
And he had a little bit of help there thanks to Wojciech Gajek, who happened to be there and send the ball over to Bloom. Bloom finishes the job easily with nobody on the Calgary team there to receive the ball.
Long Beach ahead by 3 in the media timeout on 22 West Radio. (15-12), Long Beach State in set one. They're up by 3. Connor Bloom with 3 kills already for the Beach. Ben Braun with 2. Long Beach hitting 278. Their attack hasn't been firing on all cylinders so far, but still holding Calgary down at 125. Ben Braun serves out of the timeout. Pass from Lohr in the back row. Brown sets to the middle penner, but he gets blocked. A solo stuff in the middle for Braden Marquardt. It turns into a roof, and it's 16-12 Beach. Ben Braun, the other middle blocker on the floor for the Beach, serving again. 6'11", lobs it across. Chapiric up to Brown, sets over to the left side for Kay, and he's got the block, or got the kill, sent it off the block and out of bounds from the left pin. Will Kay, freshly subbed into the game, has the kill. Dinos back within 3, 16-13 Long Beach State. Now Pierce Decor will serve. Decor, the native of Edmonton. This one's low, but kept up by Hillis. Overpass across the net, and Cole Chapiric deposits it right back down onto the Beach side of the floor. Hillis with an overpass across the net. Chapiric turns it straight into a kill, and the Dinos are within 2. Decor rocking some bright orange volleyball shoes. Hits this one over and out. So that's a service error for Decor that puts Long Beach back ahead by 3. Daniil Hershinovic is going to sub in now for Long Beach State. So they're running without one of their 3 true setters on the floor right now. Assume Dane Hillis will step into that role, the libero. Wojciech Gajek serving for the Beach. The true freshman from Poland serves it over. Lore, errant pass. Shapiro sends it over to Kay, and he tools the block out of bounds from the right pin. Will Kay making an impact already since he subbed in just a few points ago. He's got 2 kills. Island Doty will come back off the bench now for Long Beach State. Wojciech Gajek heads off. Max Penner to serve for the Dinos. 6'7", 4th year. Hits this one low across the net. Hillis up to Doty. He sets up Marquardt, but it's dug out by Decor in the back row. And then up at the net, Kay flubbed the pass. So the ball will hit the floor, and the point goes to Long Beach State.
Will Kay tried. His intention was to get it over the net and just barely enough so that nobody was there on the Beach side to do it. But instead, he just had not enough strength to make it happen.
Ball went through his hands. Connor Bloom to serve again from the Beach. He's got the only ace so far. This one's an overpass by Chapirek straight to Hershinovic. One arm set from Doty, goes for Marquardt, and he's got another kill. Hershinovic got it to Doty, and then Doty got the assist for Island Doty. That's assist number 8 so far. 19-15 Beach. This first set more closely resembling the third set from Friday than either of the first 2. Calgary staying competitive. Bloom roll serve kept up by Lore. Brown backside over to Kay on the right side. He tips it over, but it's dug out by Hershinovic. Bump set from Doty going for Jordan on the left side. He tools the block, and it goes for a kill. Nice work from Jordan. Was just in front of the 10-foot line, a little far off the net, but able to put it off the blockers and down.
And indeed, it was a failed triple block attempt from Marshall Qualley, Coach Chapirek, and Will Kay. These 3 really did try for that one.
Good job from Island Doty on the bump set as well. Had to go all the way to the back line, but still put it in a good spot. Connor Bloom serves strong and just out of bounds. Barely missed the back line that time. Bloom was going for his second ace, but instead it's a service error to break the 3-0 scoring run for the Beach. Will Kay heads back to the bench alongside Matthew Brown. Back into the game, Jackson Vandersteen. Also subbing back in is Marshall Qualley. Zach Durant serving. 16 serving 20. It tips the tape, but kept up by Bloom. Doty sets in the middle for Marquardt. Dig just kept up by Durant. Free ball from the back row goes to Decor. Now Hershinovic goes to Doty, and slamming it down again is Braden Marquardt. Doty has been setting his middles quite a bit so far today, whether it's Marquardt or it's Ben Braun. The Beach having success. Marquardt now will sub out as coming into the game for the first time. The redshirt freshman and Golden West transfer, Jet Estes. Estes is one of a couple second-generation Long Beach men's volleyball players on this roster. Decor pass up to Durant, just does keep it on the side, and then Qualley slams it down. Durant only stands 6 foot even, had to get way up above the net to keep it on the Dino side that time and get to his middle. Qualley. Estes and Marquardt back to the bench. Marquardt was already there, but had to walk back towards the subline so that Dane Hillis, the libero, could come back in. Cole Chapirek serves for the Dinos. Hillis pass goes to the back row. Doty sends it up to a joust at the nets, back onto the Beach side. Doty now goes to Hershinovic on the right side, and he tools the block for a kill. 22-17. Hershinovic was moving the other direction along the net, but able to control his body enough to send it off the blockers and into the crowd. Sub for the Dinos, Emil Olsen, the defensive specialist, into the game for the first time. 5'7", listed as a libero, but wearing the regular jersey for this game. He's in for serve receive in the back row alongside Damon Lore. 22-17 Beach. Daniil Hershinovic serving. Flips the ball in the air with some spin, booms it over. Decor passes high, almost into the ceiling. Durant, his set goes over the net. Doty swinging, sends it for a kill right off the blockers and then out of bounds. It was an over set from Zach Durant, went right up into Island Doty's sweet spot, and he slammed it right off the blockers and out of bounds.
Island Doty with the serve that they need to give the Beach the longest lead of this set thus far.
It's a 6-point deficit now, 23-17. Daniil Hershinovic serving again for Long Beach State. Lobs the ball in the air, roll serve. Lore dives to keep it up. Durant sets up. Vandersteen cross court. Dig goes across the net again. Durant now to the left side for Decor, and he slams it right down. was coming down from the apex of his jump, but still able to stick the right arm up and hook it down to the floor.
Herstinovic tried to make the save there, but he was just too far out and just missed the ball. And I saw an expression of frustration coming out of him. Expect more of this today.
23-18. Dinos back within 5. Marshall Qualley serves and hits it too strong beyond the back line. It's a service error for the Dinos, and now set point in set 1 for Long Beach State. 24-18. Miles Jordan heads behind the service line. Set point in set 1. Miles Jordan trying to finish it. 24 serving 18 in the first set. Jordan flips the ball out in front of him, hits it right across, pass from the back row. Durant backs that, goes towards Vandersteen. He tries to go a sharp angle, but hits it right into the net. So it's an attacking error for the Dinos, and Long Beach wins set 1, 25-18. Long Beach State hits 440 through the first set, holds Calgary down at 200, and the Beach wins set 1 by a 7-point deficit.
7-point deficit being the largest deficit that we've seen throughout this game. Obviously, it's just set 1, right? So things can change on a dime, as we saw on Friday night. But we also got to keep in mind that we saw quite a bit of defense play from Calgary. That last play by Jackson Vandersteen and Pierce Decor, whilst erroneous, it did show that this team is really starting to find their rhythm when it comes to defense. So if I was Long Beach State, I would want to keep my offensive game on point in order to put up with a seemingly rising Calgary defense.
25-18, the final in set 1. Beach move ahead 1-0. We'll be back for set 2 coming up shortly on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State ahead 1-0 over Calgary. This is the second time these two teams have played in the last couple of days. So a continuation of the North American Challenge Tournament. Started on Friday in the Walter Pyramid, now gets moved up to the Gold Mine due to rain in the Pyramid. Also sent the basketball game last night up to the Gold Mine. So 4 games will be played today in the Gold Mine, starting with this one here between Long Beach State and Calgary. Beach won set 1, 25-18, hit 440 through that first set.
We also saw quite a bit of attack percentage increases from Calgary. I remember from the first game from Friday night, their initial percentage hit was -0.4. Now it stands at -0.071. So although it's still in the negatives, it's still a huge turnaround for this Calgary team that are looking to stave off any sort of momentum from Long Beach State.
And that -0.071 was the final tally for that game on Friday for Calgary. In this first set today, they hit 200. So definitely an improvement on the attack front for Calgary. Cole Chapiric had 3 kills. Marshall Qualley, Max Penner, and Will Kay all with 2. For Long Beach State, Braden Marquardt had 4 kills, lead the way. Connor Bloom had 3. Calgary serving to begin the second set. Zach Durant, the setter, to take it. Lobs the ball across. Connor Bloom with a pass right up to the 10-foot line for Doty. He sets into the middle for Marquardt, but it's dug out back row. Decor sends it over towards Chapiric. It's free-balled by Calgary. Doty over to the left side for Bloom, and he slams it right down. Can't give the Beach 2 chances at an in-system attack. They take advantage of the second one, and Bloom has his 4th kill. Island Doty will serve first for Long Beach State in this second set. Doty flips the ball in the air, now hits it over and out of bounds. Doty played the first game yesterday as the setter for the Beach, then was off last night as Jake Bizanti was the main setter against Calgary. Or not last night, Friday night, excuse me. All these days blended together, Sergio.
You said it, bro.
Cole Chapiric serves 1-1 in set 2. He hits this one in. Long Beach's back row got out of the way. Bloom and Hillis both thought it was going to be out, but some good topspin on that serve from Chapiric finds the back line. It's 2-1 Calgary off their first ace of the day.
And that's Calgary's first lead of the day as well. We're probably going to be talking about that a lot today.
Cole Chapiric serving again for back-to-back aces. This time it tips the tape, but Hillis keeps it up. Doty bumps it as he went to the ground. Joust at the net, and Daniil Hershinovic wipes off the block. Some physical action there right above the left pin. Hershinovic went up with 2 hands and just tooled the block right out of bounds. Big-time physicality from the Canadian, and now it's 2-2. Looks like we might have a challenge being issued by Calgary. Both teams heading to their bench. Didn't see or hear the announcement from PA, but I think it's a challenge being issued by Calgary. It is indeed. So scoreboard currently stands 2-2. Didn't see exactly what Calgary would be challenging. They're going to say it went off of Hershinovic into the pin. Wasn't how I saw it in live action, but Calgary is 1 for 1 already on challenges today and looking to make it 2 for 2. For Calgary, they've got a second season head coach at the helm, Graham Vigris. Played 5 seasons for Calgary all the way back in the early 2000s. Won a national championship in 2010 with the Dinos. Went on to have a storied career with Team Canada and playing professionally in Europe. Now back with the Dinos in his second season as the head coach. Something that you'll find as a trend in the Canada West League when the Beach play against Alberta again later today. Their head coach also an alum and former player for the university. Same thing for Long Beach State. Nick McRae played the season for the Beach, was a libero for Long Beach State before eventually taking over as an assistant coach. This is his 14th season on the staff, now his first year as the head coach after Alan Knipe's retirement. Review still going here. They're looking to see who the ball touched last before it went out of bounds and might have caught the pin. Now the call is in, and it will go to Calgary. Successful challenge. They're going to say that as Hershinovic wiped off the block, I believe they're going to say it tipped off of him and into the antenna. So it's 3-1 Calgary. They've won both of their challenges so far today. Cole Chapiric will serve again with a 2-point lead for the Dinos. 6'8", second year, booms this one over. Bloom pass right up to the net. Doty backs it right back to Bloom. He powers it off of Lohr and then into the crowd. It's a kill for Connor Bloom and a really nice set by Island Doty. It's deceptive as he was moving across the net towards the left pin, but sent it quickly all the way back to Bloom on the right side, and he delivered the kill.
And Zach Durant with the save that wasn't. He was chasing after the ball to save it from going into the crowd, but he was just too little, too late to get there.
2 serving 3. Bloom tosses it up, hits it over. Chapiric pass. Durant backside goes to the right side. It's blocked and down a roof as Vandersteen couldn't get it past Miles Jordan. At the pin, Jordan sends it right back into Vandersteen and then underneath the net. So it's 3-3 in set 2.
I think this is the second tie score of this game, Bruce. This is probably going to be a theme today.
Bloom gives his thunderclap. And hits the ball across Lohr, low pass to Durant. He gets it to the left side for Decor, and then Doty tipped it out of bounds. It's a kill for Pierce Decor. Came across fairly slowly, not a full power attack from Decor, and Doty went over and just caught it a little bit. Looked like that Connor Bloom is set up behind him to go for the dig, so Doty might have been better off pulling his arms out of there. 4 serving 3. Calgary hits this one across, but they're going to call a fault against the Dinos. Marshall Qualley had his foot on the line, so foot fault for Calgary gives the serve back to Long Beach State with a 4-4 tie. Braden Marquardt to serve for the Beach. Trying to get Long Beach State back ahead. The serve is controlled by Decor, straight across the net. It's dug out by Lore off the attack from Jordan, then goes back to the Beach. Doty sets up for Bloom. He's got the kill. A nice deke from, oh, they're going to give it to Calgary. Let's say that Long Beach State broke the plane. Ben Braun laughing it off. He thought that they had a kill, but instead the point goes to the Dinos. Ball hit the floor on their side of the net, but instead Calgary wins the point. Beach get called for an attacking fault. Jackson Vandersteen serving now for the Dinos. 5-4 in set 2. Hits this one up and over. Bloom with a good pass up to Doty. Back set to the right side. Hrstanovic puts it off the blocker and into the ground. Decor couldn't quite seal off the pin in time, and the 6'9" Daniil Hrstanovic elevates and ties things up again at 5.
And guess who had a front row seat to that one? Damon Lore for Calgary, who I think he wanted to save it, but it was just too far from him. He just watched the ball hit the ground.
Lore, the back row libero for the Dinos. 5'9", fourth year. Hrstanovic serving for Long Beach State. Puts it over with some velo, but kept up. Durant goes to the middle. Penner goes through the hands of Hillis, but kept up by Bloom. Jordan hitting. Dug out back row by Chapiric. Set goes to Decor on the left side. Tipped back across by Braun. Durant goes to Decor again. Tries to tool the block and puts it right off of Doty into the antenna. Good work to wipe the block from Pierce Decor. Calgary moves back ahead 6-5. Decor will head behind the line now after his kill. Trading points in this second set. Decor hits this one over. Hillis up to Doty. Set for Braun, and it's roofed down. A solo block in the middle from Max Penner of the Dinos. One-on-one between the middle blockers, and Penner wins this one.
Penner with arguably the block of the day, and you could hear the reaction from that Calgary team. They are as hype as can be for this young man.
Penner against Braun, and it was Calgary that took the advantage. 7-5 Dinos now. Pass from Bloom. Doty right at the net. Sets up Braun, and he hits it out of bounds. So go to Braun a second time. This time it didn't get blocked, but Braun couldn't find the back right corner. It's a 3-point scoring run for Calgary, and they're ahead by 3. 8 to serve 5 in set 2. Second year Pierce Decor. Crosses the ball up. Roll hits the tape, but kept up by Doty. Now back row attack from Bloom. Dug out by Decor. Set to the left side. Chapiric goes cross court, but missed the line without a touch. It's an attacking error against Cole Chapiric, and the Beach are back within 2. Miles Jordan heads behind the service line now. True freshman out of Houston at 6'5". 6 serving 8 in set 2. Jordan flips the ball in the air, hits it across. Laura low pass, Durant underneath, sets up for Chapiric. Cross court. This time he finds the floor. Dane Hillis dove to his left, but couldn't pop it up in the air. Cole Chapiric went for the same shot that on the last point he hit it out of bounds. This time it's aimed better, and he's got a kill. Max Penner to serve with the Dinos ahead 9-6. Penner gets this one over and out of bounds. So missed the line that time, both strong and to the right. Easy read for the Beach to let it go. Braden Marquardt subs back in for Long Beach State into the front row. The libero Dane Hillis to the bench. Ben Braun serving for Long Beach State. Hits this one over. Decor overpass straight into a swing for Marquardt, and he's got the kill. Caught a piece of the blocker right there as they got up late and then went out of bounds. Braden Marquardt up to 5 kills now, and the Beach are within 1. Quick serve from Ben Braun, trying to catch him off guard. Lore passes this one. Durant to Chapiric on the left side, tips it over. Hrstanovic one-arm dig back across the net. Durant goes to Decor, dug out again by Hrstanovic. Braun second touch, up to a joust. Bloom tools the block. They are going to give the point to Long Beach State. A good work from Connor Bloom as he jumped up, had to keep himself from breaking the plane underneath the net as he was flying up towards the left pin. Just used one arm and pushed it right off the blockers and out of bounds. Quick serve again for Braun, 9-9. Durant bumps that to the left side. Chapuric gets blocked, and they can't keep it up. It's a roof for Long Beach State. Double block of Island Doty and Braden Marquardt right in front of the right pin. Give the Beach a 10-9 lead.
And the lead has changed for the third time today, folks. That is Long Beach State's second time taking the lead in this set.
4-point scoring run for Long Beach State. Van Braun still behind the service line. Moisture to get cleaned up on the Calgary side of the floor. Long Beach all huddled together. Nick McRae walked out onto the floor and gave some encouragement to Island Doty. Island Doty, one of 3 setters in the mix for Long Beach State that will be during this preseason competing for the job. Nick McRae talked about how through the non-conference schedule they plan to keep a heavy rotation, but eventually one of those guys will win the job. Here's a joust at the net off the serve, and it lands on the Calgary side. Calgary got out of system off the Ben Braun serve, and then a joust between Island Doty and Cole Chapuric is won by the Beach setter. 11-9, Long Beach has won 5 straight points. Ben Braun serves. Lohr pops it up in the air in the back row. Decor steps in. It's a free ball for Calgary. Jordan first touch. Doty goes over to the left side, and Bloom able to get the ball down. Another good job to adjust in midair. Had to get his right arm way above his head to just send that one down softly, but still able to find the floor. 12-9, Long Beach State ahead by 3 as they've won 6 straight, and now Calgary calls timeout.
Calgary calls timeout indeed. The momentum was on their side for one part of this entire set, but the minute that Long Beach State started to go on that scoring run, things started to come apart for this Calgary team, who now have 12 total attacks as compared to Long Beach State's 17. And folks, we've also seen 5 tie scores throughout this second set alone, plus 2 lead changes, not 3. My mistake.
Both attacks have slowed down in this second set. Long Beach at 143, Calgary at negative .083. The Dinos call timeout, trying to break a Long Beach scoring run after the timeout here on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State on a 6-0 scoring run. Ben Braun still behind the line for the Beach, looking to keep it up. The Dinos called timeout, try and regain some momentum. 6'11" middle blocker Ben Braun serves this one across. Lohr pops an overpass. Marquardt gets blocked, still on the Beach side. Doty goes over to the left side for Bloom. He hits cross court, but couldn't find the line, and there's no touch from Calgary. So the timeout works wonders for the Dinos. They get a point coming out of it to break the scoring run.
And Bloom's serve otherwise would have been phenomenal there. That play would have been amazing if it hadn't gone out of bounds.
The attack tried to go for the back right corner, but just missed it. Zach Durant serving with the Dinos down by 2. Hits this one across. Bloom pops up the pass to the back row. Doty goes right back to Bloom. He gets blocked. Jordan sprawls to keep it up in the air. Another chance for Bloom over a double block decor dig. Durant goes to the left side for Chapuric. Pop away up in the air. Bloom sets it up. Now Doty goes over to the middle. They just tip it across. Beach out of system. Decor to the left side. Has to be a free ball for Calgary. Not what they want there. Bump set from Bloom over to Hershinovic. Roll shot missed out of bounds. So both sides were out of system during that last rally. Not in their regular attacking rhythm. An attacking error from Daniil Hershinovic makes it 12-11. Beach lead by 1. 11 serving 12 in the second set. Durant hits this one over and out of bounds. Too strong off the hand of the Calgary setter. So it's now 13-11 Long Beach State. Island Doty will serve next. has been the backup setter for the last 3 seasons for the Beach. Now competing to try and win the starting job. Doty flips the ball in the air, hits it across. Overpass, joust at the net, and it's one. Connor Bloom got a pretty good swing off on that one, even though there was a contest there from the Dinos. He puts it back off the Dino blocker and then out of bounds. Long Beach up by 3. Island Doty serving, 14-11 in set 2. Spins the ball in the air and hits it into the middle of the net. So service error for the Beach makes it 14-12. Cole Chapiric serving next for Calgary. Chapiric, a Canada West all-rookie selection last year. Booms this one across, but it's controlled by Hillis. Doty goes over to Hershnovich on the left side, off a tip from the blockers. Whistle blows, and it's a net called against Calgary. As they went up for the block, they caught a piece of the tape. 15-12, Long Beach State on the kill for Hershnovich. Connor Bloom thunderclaps the ball. Now tosses it up in the air, hits across the tape. It's kept up by Decor. Durant at the net, sets up into the middle for Marshall Qualley. He slams the ball right down and then gestures to his bench to get up on their feet. It's a big energy injecting kill for Marshall Qualley. And the Dinos are back within 2. 13 serving 15 in set 2. Long Beach up 1-0. Qualley hits this over. Hillis a pass into the back row. Doty goes to get it, then sends his set across the net. As Vandersteen went to swing, though, he caught a piece of the net. So it's a violation against the Dinos. Vandersteen tried to go right on the attack on the first touch, but caught a strong piece of the net. Easy call there for the official on the ladder. Braden Marquardt to serve, 16-13, Long Beach State ahead. Sophomore middle blocker spins the ball in his left hand, now hits it up and across. Lore's pass goes almost all the way into the roof. Durant to the left side. Decor triple block, got a touch, goes off the net, and now Hershnovich attacking from the right side. Dug out by Durant. They're going to call a net again against the Dinos. So 2 straight attacks for Hershnovich end in net violations. That time, I believe it was Penner who gets called for the net.
Have yourself a moment. Miles Jordan with the save of the day so far for Long Beach State, sending it just over the net toward Calgary.
And a moisture spot to clean up on the beach side as a couple of guys went down that last rally. Braden Marquardt serving again, 17-13, Long Beach State. Marquardt tosses the ball in the air, hits it across. Overpass goes back to the beach side. Marquardt first touch underneath Doty. Backs it over towards Hershnovich, and he slams it right down. Looks like he collided with Pierce Decor underneath the net. They are going to call a violation against Daniil Hershnovich. They're going to say he broke the plane underneath the net. Decor landed hard on him. Got back up and appears to be okay. Good to see that. We already saw it on Friday. The Alberta starting setter got hurt as he came down and rolled his ankle underneath the net. But Decor will stay in the game. 17-14, Long Beach ahead by 3. Matthew Brown subs in to serve for the Dinos. Left-handed swinger gets this one over. Hillis pass right up to Doty, and he hit the net as he went for the set. Was close there to the netting, and Doty couldn't keep his hands off of it. Not a perfect pass from Hillis, leads to a violation for the Beach. Matthew Brown serves again for the Dinos and hits this one way over and out. Easy read for Hillis in the back row.
You could even hear the players of Long Beach State, all of them saying out, out, out. And indeed it was. Long Beach State gets another point to a 3-point deficit between the two teams. We haven't seen a huge deficit thus far, Bruce, in this second set.
Been pretty back and forth. Calgary had a lead early on, but then Long Beach went on a 6-0 scoring run to take it. 18-15, Ryan Peluso subs in to serve. Pass from Decor. Set from Brown. Chapiric pushes it over with 2 hands. First touch goes to Gayak. Now he's attacking from just in front of the right pin. Gets it across. Lower bump set. Free ball from Kay. Peluso, first touch. Bloom attacks from the back row. Puts it right off of Chapiric and into that ground. Connor Bloom with a big kill for Long Beach State. Nice rally that time, and Bloom gives the point to the Beach. 19-15 Long Beach State. Peluso back behind the service line again. Played in 18 matches last season for the national champions. Pass from Laura. Brown underneath. Sets to the left side for Kay. Dug out off the body by Hillis. Peluso sends it over towards Jordan, hitting power angle. It's tipped but kept up by Chapuric. Backside right side. Decor gets blocked, and it lands in bounds. Floated all the way to the back line. Everybody had to just sit and watch, and it lands right on it. It's a roof for Long Beach State, now 20-15.
20-15, now it's 5 points. Now this is the biggest deficit that we've seen between these two teams in this second set. Like you said, it's been very back and forth, but Long Beach starting to gain a little momentum as timeout is called, or is it a challenge?
It's a challenge for Calgary again. They've won both the challenges they've issued so far today. I believe they're going to be challenging whether that ball landed on the back line off the block from Long Beach State. So with Long Beach ahead 20-15, we've got a review here in the gold mine. Take a quick break and be back for the rest of set 2 on 22 West Radio. An unsuccessful challenge for Calgary. Long Beach keeps the point and their 3-0 scoring run. Ryan Peluso serving out of the break. Kept up by Lore. Brown sets it up for the back row from Chapuric, and he finds the back right corner. Nice athletic attack that time, and Calgary gets a point back. They're within 4. 20-16. Now Pierce Decor will serve. Decor spins the ball in the air, hits this one into the net. Service error makes it 21-16 Beach. Miles Jordan going back to serve. Dinos make a sub in for serve receive. ML Olsen will go to the back row. Here's Decor to the bench. Miles Jordan serving for Long Beach State, 21-16 in set 2. Jordan flips this one in the air. Overpass by Laura. Brown does keep it on the side, though. Chapuric slamming. It goes off the roof on the dig from Hillis. Now over on the right side. A kill goes to Gayak. Swinging off a crazy rally. The dig from Hillis went all the way up into the roof. Came down, and Long Beach able to control it. Gets a Wojciech Gayak. He swings from right around the middle and hits it off the blockers and out of bounds. Nice scramble drill from Long Beach State there to get the kill. 22-16. Now Miles Jordan serving again. Hits it over, low to the ground. The pass gets popped up in the air. Brown goes to the right side for Kay. He tips it over. Gayak, a nice diving dig. Now Bloom tries to tool a block, kept up by Calgary. Sent to the right side. Kay attacking again, and he gets roofed. Benton Braun rotates over alongside Connor Bloom and sends it right back down into the ground. For Long Beach, it's their 7th block of the day, and they're ahead 23-16.
Connor Bloom and Ben Braun, have not we seen these guys team up before? They did it yet again, sending Long Beach into the biggest deficit of this set.
Miles Jordan serves again, 23-16 Beach, and he hits this one over and out of bounds. Beach still ahead by 6 after the service error. Max Penner goes behind the service line now for the Dinos. Penner will try and go on a run. Beach already ahead 1-0, now up 23-16 and 17 in set 2. Penner serves this one across, pass from Jordan. Peluso at the net, sets for Braun. He didn't catch it very clean, but still hits it over and down. It wound up being quite a deceptive attack from Ben Braun as he swung almost all the way through the ball. Just caught enough of it to get it across the net. And now it's set point in set 2 for the Beach. The Goldmine fans get up on their feet. Subbing in Jet Estes with set point number 1 in set 2 for the Beach. 24-17. Estes serves across and out of bounds. Just missed the line. So Estes frustratingly will walk back to sub out. Ben Braun comes up, but then it's Dane Hillis going back into the back row. Set point number 2 for Long Beach State. Will Kay serving for the Dinos. 24-18 Beach in the second set. Kay flips it up, hits over, it tips the tape, but Bloom keeps it up. Set goes to the right side. Gajek slams it right down. Wojciech Gajek ends the second set, 25-18 the final, and Long Beach State now on the doorstep of another sweep.
And he sent that ball immediately into the arms and hands of Will Kay, who was just completely unprepared to receive the ball in order to send it back to his teammates. It was serves, it was plays like that this Long Beach State team needs in order to keep this lead going.
25-18 the final in set 2, same exact final as we had in set 1. It's now Long Beach State having won the last 5 sets across the last 2 days against Calgary. Moving to set number 3, looking for a second consecutive sweep. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes for set 3 on 22 West Radio. Set 3 about to get underway between Long Beach State and Calgary. The Beach win the first 2 sets, both by 25-18 scores. So Long Beach looking for another sweep of Calgary after that was the result on Friday. Third 2 sets, Connor Bloom leading the way for Long Beach State. 9 kills for the senior attacker, Braden Marquardt and Daniil Hershinovich, both with 5. For Calgary, they've got Cole Chapirik at the top of their score sheet. He's got 5 kills. Led the way for Calgary on Friday with 6 against Long Beach State. Now he's first on the Dinos again in this one. Look over behind the Long Beach State bench and see Alberta has entered the building. They'll be playing next against UC San Diego. Connor Bloom going back to serve for Long Beach State. He'll open up this third set from behind the service line. Thunderclaps the ball, as is his trademark. Now Bloom flips the ball in the air and hits it across. Laura, low pass. Durant sliding, keeps it up. Free ball from Calgary into the net. So Connor Bloom's serve gets him way out of system, and the Beach win the first point of set 3.
I mean, it was a good attempt at a phenomenal save, though. We had Damon Lord, Zach Durant, and Jackson Vandersteen all trying to pull off what would have been an incredible save for Calgary.
1-0 Beach to open up the third set. Bloom hits it across again, low pass. Durant sets into the middle, gets blocked, and then the pass from Qualley goes back across. Hillis up to Doty, back set Hershinovic, right side attack, goes all the way over towards us. It's a kill on the right side for Daniil Hershinovic. Sergey, you just about had to step in and protect the public address announcer, Jim Henry, like right below you.
I tried. It was definitely headed our way, and it even landed on our desk, but it just hit off of the desk, almost like it hit off the net.
Connor Bloom with 2 aces today, one of them just a couple points ago. Hits this one into the net. So Long Beach State has a 2-1 lead as Calgary will serve for the first time in set 3.
Like I was saying, Bruce, off of the net, off of our desk.
Zach Durant heads back to take it for the Dinos. The team leader in assists this season. Came into the tournament with 225 on the year. Bloom low pass. Doty sets it up on the left side for Jordan. Dug out by Lore. Durant sends it over towards Shapiric. He gets roofed down. Hershinovic and Marquardt shoulder to shoulder for Long Beach State. Roof it right into the floor, and the Beach are up 3-1. Long Beach State had 11 blocks in that first game against Calgary on Friday. They've got 8 so far in this one. Braden Marquardt serving after his block. Sends it way over and out of bounds. Easy read for Calgary to let it go. 3-2. Now the score, Long Beach State still ahead. And issue a reminder, I'm Bruce Kuntz with Sergio Morales. You're listening to national champion Long Beach State men's volleyball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM, KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Cole Shapiric serving for Calgary. 2 serving 3 in the third set. Flips it in the air and hits it over and out of bounds. Back-to-back service errors.
We're starting to see service errors really start to creep up for both of these teams. Long Beach State has 10. Calgary has 9 as things stand currently.
That was actually Calgary's 10th.
Oh, now, updated, so now they're both at 10.
10 apiece for both these teams. Hershinovic serves now for the Beach. Lore controls this one. Good pass up to Durant. Back set to Vandersteen off a tip. Hershinovic digs it out. Doty sets it up for Jordan on the left side. Lore digs it out, but they're going to call a violation against Calgary. So Long Beach State wins the point. I believe they're going to say that the blocker at the pin broke the plane underneath the net. Graham Vigrass, the Dinos head coach, walks over to get an explanation. Now he's satisfied. Daniil Hershinovic serving again. Toronto native and junior for the Beach. Hits this one across. Pass from Shapiric. Durant goes over to the left side for Kay. Off a tip. Bloom digs it out as he's fallen out of bounds. Doty to Jordan. He's got another kill. Cole Shapiric couldn't dig it in the back row. Miles Jordan swinging from the left pin. Puts it right off Shapiric and into Vigrass's arms.
Cole Shapiric, I'm starting to notice that frustration is really starting to boil up within him. This is the 3rd time that he's missed a serve this exact same way off of his arms.
Hershinovic serves again. 6 serving 2 in the third set. Roll serve K to the ground on a pass. Durant goes into the middle, and it's a kill for Marshall Qualley. Able to deliver that one to the ground. Qualley's had a pretty solid game here after he didn't play against Long Beach State last time out. He's got 4 kills on 6 swings. It's Qualley heading behind the line to serve. 6-3, second year, hits it over. Bloom, pass up to Doty. He sends it to Ben Braun, and Ben Braun brings it right down onto the floor. Big-time kill for Braun at 6'11". He was way off the ground there. No blocker anywhere near him in the middle. So it's an easy kill for Ben Braun. 7-3 now, Long Beach State ahead. Miles Jordan to serve. Long Beach siding out at a 78% rate today. Jordan serves it. Shapiric pass. Durant sets over to Kay on the left side. He tips it over softly to the ground. Hershinovic dig. Bloom falling out of bounds. Has the kill. Was contorting his body all the way the other way as the set was off the net, but managed to get it across and through the blockers to the ground. An athletic kill from Connor Bloom. He's had a couple of those today as he's fallen away from the attack. For Bloom, that's his 10th kill. Miles Jordan serves again, hits it over. Chapuric pass, Durant right at the net, sets it up for Vandersteen, and he puts it off the Long Beach blockers and into the floor. Skill for Jackson Vandersteen. That's only his second of the day on 9 swings. Vandersteen is a first year. He's going to serve now. 6'6" out of West St. Paul, Manitoba. 8-4. Vandersteen rolls it across the tape. Braun short pass, but Doty gets there. Bloom trying to tool the block, but it's kept up. Lohr bumps that to Kay on the left side. Roll shot dug out by Hillis. Doty sets it up. Hershinovic, big swing, straight down onto the floor. Good scramble from Long Beach State to keep that ball up in the air. Ben Braun on the first dig had a short pass. He's apologizing to Island Doty now before he heads back behind the service line. Long Beach gets the point anyway. It's 9-4. Braun serving. He hits this one over. Chapuric overhand pass. Durant sets into the middle for Quali. Actually, Penner. It goes right off of him, back over the net on a block. Bloom trying to tool a block, gets sent back. Now Hershinovic has to free ball it for the Beach. Lohr up to Durant. Back set goes over for Vandersteen, and his attack goes out of bounds. No tip at the net from the Beach. Vandersteen just couldn't find the line. An attacking error for him. Vandersteen with 5 attacking errors today and only 2 kills, hitting way in the negative.
We're starting to see a huge points gap between these two teams, Bruce.
And
now
here's
we're going to
an
see it
ace
increase.
From Ben Braun. Just a lob serve into the back row that Cole Chapuric couldn't handle. Goes off of his arm and into the crowd. Now Calgary will call timeout with Long Beach State ahead 11-4.
It's the biggest points gap that we've seen, not just in this third set, but one of the biggest points gaps we've seen all game long today. This is Long Beach State really starting to build up momentum. Now the question is, can they keep it going? Calgary, last time they called a timeout in the middle of a Long Beach State run, it ended pretty well for Calgary. Let's just put it that way.
Beach ahead 11-4 in the third set. Calgary calling timeout. We'll be right back on 22 West Radio. Eleven to 4, Long Beach State in the third set. The Beach trying to sweep Calgary for the second straight game. This is the first of 4 matches today to round out the North American Challenge. Beach will be back to play against Alberta at around 5:30 tonight, depending on how quickly the rest of the schedule is moving through. It's all tournament style, so each game starts depending on when the last one ends. The planned schedule has Long Beach State playing at 5:30 tonight against Alberta. Ben Braun serves out of the timeout. Chapuric pass. Durant goes over to Kay. He gets roofed down. A big stuff from Braden Marquardt alongside Island Doty. It was Marquardt who caught most of it, sent it back down into the floor with some velocity all the way to the back row. So Marquardt has his 6th block of the game to go alongside 5 kills. Calgary making a sub. Jackson Vandersteen goes to the bench. Cam Hutt, the first-year middle blocker, into the match for the first time today. Hutt did play against Long Beach State yesterday, had 2 kills. Or Friday, that is. Ben Braun serves a low one, and it's another ace. Cole Chapuric was diving down, but couldn't get underneath it in time. So this is the second time of this match that Ben Braun's been on a long service run. Beach have won 5 straight points, and 2 of those are Braun aces. As Chapuric dove to the ground, he left a spot to get cleaned up. The different playing surface than the Pyramid. In the Pyramid, the Long Beach State men's volleyball has a state-of-the-art mat that they bring out and tape to the floor. Here in the Gold Mine, it's good old-fashioned hardwood. Ben Braun serves. Pass from Chapuric, a little errant. Durant out of bounds, sets it up. swinging his putt, and he hits it out of bounds. No touch from Long Beach State. Tried to go for high hands, but the Beach got out of there. 7 straight points won now, or make it 6 straight for Long Beach State. 14-4. Ben Braun serves again. Shapiric, another errant pass. Durant falling out of bounds, gets it to Hutt. He gets blocked right down. Didn't get very much on the swing, but the Beach able to hover above the net and send it back into the floor. Marquardt and Bloom both there. Long Beach in full control of this third set, 15-4. Ben Braun serves too strong this time, so a service error puts an end to the 7-point scoring run and makes it 15-5. Sam Kay will serve for Calgary. (15-5) in set 3. Kay spins the ball around his hand. Now hits it over. Dane Hillis pass up to Island Doty. He sets up Marquardt, who elevated way above the net to bring it down. Braden Marquardt has some serious athleticism. Showed off the bunnies right there, jumping up and slamming the ball into the floor. Island Doty has 24 assists in this match. Now he's serving. Doty hits across. Shapiric, better pass this time. Durant dunks across and caught the Beach off guard. First time Zach Durant has pulled out the second touch dunk in either of these 2 matches against Long Beach State, and he gets a kill out of it.
And there were 2 players who tried to make the save, Island Doty and Dane Hillis, neither of which happened to be there when it mattered the most. They were just too far back.
Beach have still won 7 of the last 9 points. Penner serves this time, popped up by Dillis. Back set from Doty over towards Bloom, gets blocked. Doty keeps it up. Now Bloom sets for Hrstanovic. He tips the ball across the net. First touch, Shapiric. He gets it right back, sends it over, blocked but kept up by Hrstanovic. Now a set goes across the net to a joust, put back onto the Long Beach side. Doty goes to Marquardt, popped up by Hutt, but they can't pancake it underneath. So it's going to be a kill for Long Beach State. Able to get the ball back across. Neil Hrstanovic. Calgary has another moisture spot to get cleaned up on their side of the floor. Long Beach State making a sub. Jet Estes will come in. Been in a couple times in service for Long Beach State, but this time he'll be going in to just play front row. 17-6, Long Beach State. They're handily ahead in this third set, trying to close out a sweep.
Bruce, I'm starting to notice something. Calgary's hit percentage is starting to come back down. Remember how it was above, like just closing in just over the .1 percentage? Now it's back in the negatives, negative .133 to be exact.
That's in the third set. They're just above the positive line in the match at .016. Connor Bloom serves. Now left side attack from Shapiric, dug out by Bloom. Doty backs it over towards Hrstanovic. He has to free ball it over. First touch, Durant. Back row attack from Kay is inbounds. It's a kill for Sam Kay coming from the back row in the middle. He finds the back line. Beach lead cut down to 10. Zach Durant will serve for the Dinos. Durant dribbles in front of him. Now serves it across. Pass from Hillis into the back row. Long way to go. Doty gets underneath. Sets up for Hrstanovic. Tries to tool the block. Gets blocked, but keeps it up. Estes swinging as he falls away. Dug out by Lohr. Durant over to the right side for Hutt. Popped up. Hillis pass up to Doty. Set to the middle for Marquardt. He's got the kill. It rested right on the hand of Zach Durant as he went for the pancake. Rolled around and then finally onto the hardwood. So it's a kill for Long Beach State. Braden Marquardt now heads behind the service line. (18 serving 7 in the third set. Calgary putting up less of a fight in this third set than they did in the first 2. Marquardt serves into the net. Calgary's back within 10, 18-8. Cole Shapiric serving now. We said earlier, Canada West all-rookie selection last year. Leading the team in kills this season. Serves over. Jet Estes pops it up. Doty sets back to Estes, who pushes it over. Durant low set. It goes back across the net, and then Jet Estes swings right down. What a kill for Jet Estes. A couple good swings that time. The first one miraculously got back across the net on a free ball from Calgary. And then on the first touch, Estes sends it right back into the floor.
It was Sam K who managed to save the ball from going into the crowd, sending it back over to the net in front of Jet Estes, who was just happened to be there, right place, right time, prepared to send that ball. And as you said, Bruce, return to sender.
Ryan Peluso subs in to serve for the Beach. Pass in the back row from Laura. Durant sets into the middle, but putting it right off the block. Marshall Qualley has a kill. Sent it strong off of Ben Braun and then out of bounds. 19-9, Beach still ahead. Marshall Qualley back to serve after his kill. He serves into the net. For Calgary, they'll be playing against UC San Diego at 3 o'clock, and that'll be it for them. Their 4 games in the North American Challenge. They'll head back up to Alberta to resume league play on the 9th. Set from Durant all the way over to Kay on the left side. He tools the block of Wojciech Gajek. Lands out of bounds, and it's a kill for Sam Kay. Penn serving 20 in the third set. Cam Hutt lifts this one across. Bloom overhead pass up to Peluso. He sets to Ben Braun in the middle, and Ben Braun brings it down onto the floor. Ben Braun today with 5 kills and 2 aces, and now he'll head back behind the service line. Braden Marquardt subs back into the front row for the Beach. Braun serves across. Lohr overpass, floats over and out of bounds. It's an ace for Ben Braun. His third of the match makes it 22-10.
And Ben Braun immediately, he stuck his hands out like straight up. I think his assumption was it was going to hit it, but then he decided at the last minute, nah.
Braun serves again. Shapiric pass. Durant right at the net. Sets over to Kay on the left side. He hits power angle and finds the line. Athletic kill from Sam Kay makes it 22-11. Ben Braun now subs out Jet Estes. Still in the game for Long Beach State, and Marquardt remains in the front row. Dane Hillis, the libero, comes back on for Braun. Sam Kay serving after his kill. Spins the ball on his hand, now tosses it up. Hits it across, pass from Estes. Errant. Goyek keeps it in. It's a free ball from Marquardt. Durant dunks down with 2 hands. Good recognition there from the Dinos setter. Saw the pass just above the net, squared his shoulders off, and then sent it down into the floor. 2-handed dunk from Durant. He's got a couple of kills in this third set. 22-12, Sam Kay serving again. Dinos down by 10. Hits it into the net, so it's back to an 11-point lead for the Beach. Wojciech Gajek to serve for Long Beach State. Had 16 kills against Alberta yesterday. True freshman throws it in the air, hits it across, controlled by Kay. Durant sets up for Shapiric on the left side. He tools the block. Good work to wipe it off right out of bounds. Cole Shapiric has a kill. It's back to a 23-13 game, 10-point lead for the Beach.
That kill coming off of what would have been otherwise a great double block from Braden Marquardt and Ryan Peluso.
Max Penner serving for Calgary. Hits it across, pass from Hillis all the way to the ground. Peluso sends it up into the rafters. It's a free ball for Hillis. Pass from Penner. Durant underneath, sets to the left side, swinging. Shapiric has his second straight point with a kill. 23-14, back down to a single-digit lead. Max Penner serving again for Calgary, 23-14. He sends this one off the tape and out of bounds. He's trying to hug the left side there. So it's 24-14 now. Match point for Long Beach State. One more point to close out their second consecutive sweep of the Dinos in this North American Challenge. Long Beach trying to improve to 3-0 in the tournament. Connor Bloom thunderclaps the ball, and it's match point number 1 for Long Beach State. Bloom tosses it up in the air, serves across. It's controlled by Shapiric. Durant at the net, sets into the middle, and there's a kill from Marshall Qualley. The Dinos stay alive as their middle blocker comes through.
Off the hands of Braden Marquardt, who tried to send it back into their side of the court for Calgary.
Zach Durant to serve for the Dinos, needing a run. Match point number 2 for Long Beach State. 15 serving 24 in the third set. Durant lobs it over. Hillis pops up. Peluso sets into the middle. Marquardt just tips it across. Hutt with a touch. Free ball for the Dinos. Hillis up to Peluso. Back set goes over towards Gajek. And Wojciech Gajek hits cross court, finding the back left corner, and he puts an end to the match. 25-15 in the third set. Long Beach State sweeps Calgary for the second consecutive match, and they're now 3-0 in the North American Challenge.
Wojciech Gajek, take a bow, my friend. That was one of the most confident serves that I think I've seen in quite some time. No doubts, no hesitation. Slams that ball with full strength as it hits the bottom left corner from where we're sitting anyway of the court. That puts an end to this match, Bruce.
3-0 Long Beach State. They sweep Calgary for the second consecutive match. Now we'll have Calgary playing alongside Alberta, and they'll play against UC San Diego 2 straight matches before Long Beach State will be back in action tonight at 5:30. Long Beach State has Connor Bloom lead the way in this one. 10 kills for him. Daniil Hirshinovich has 8, with Braden Marquardt finishing with 7 kills. Marquardt also had 7 blocks. A good game for him. At setter for Long Beach State, Island Doty finishes with 25 assists. So that'll do it for us here from the Gold Mine. As I said, we'll be back on the air at 5:30 tonight as Long Beach will take on Alberta to round out the tournament. For Sergio Morales next to me, Alex Prado on the board in the studio, and the rest of our 22 West Sports crew, I'm Bruce Kuntz, and this has been Long Beach State Men's Volleyball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM, HD3 KKJZ, Long Beach. As I said, we'll be back on the air at 5:30 tonight as the Beach take on Alberta to round out the tournament. So hope you'll join us for that, and thank you for listening to this one.